What's up, guys? Doug Lane here, Fast Lane Car Care. As always, hey, I'm going to show you how to do the port windows, quarter windows, whatever you want to call them, on a 2022 Honda Civic Touring. These little guys right here. As you might be able to see, I've got one of the lights set up. I've actually got two lights set up, but I've got our lights set up on the other side. I'm going to double cut them, so let's come over here and check this out. Alright, so as you can see, I've got two pieces of film here. One going one way, one going the other way. I'm going to double cut these out. So I've got my small little Milwaukee light in here. I'm going to see if I can't fine tune this a little bit. I like to cover my magnets with masking tape, so that way when they get dirty or corrode, you know, get rust bits or whatever on them, you can just pull that masking tape off, and then the magnet's clean. You can slap another piece on. You don't have to worry about scratching paint and whatnot nearly as much, which I don't like to stick magnets on paint, but you know, sometimes you have to. Okay, so this is not working out very well. Now don't breathe on it, guys. Don't breathe on it. Okay, so now snap off a new blade here. Okay. So what we're going to do is rocket surgery right here. We're going to cut about, I don't know, 16th, 32nd, all the way around this border. We don't have a huge border on this one. It's not terrible, but it's not great. The bottom for me is going to be the most difficult, just because that's where the least amount of light is. And that's where sometimes having these shop lights up ahead can kind of be a pain, because we have so much light on the outside of the car. Sometimes it's difficult to get a lot of light inside the car so you can see your border. But that should be both layers. Boom, boom. So now you're probably thinking, okay, but how are we going to tint that? Because, you know, red line extractor is not going to fit. Fusion hybrid's not going to fit. What in the world are we going to use? Well, I'll show you. What I like to do, it's pretty slick. Let me turn off this little light because it just runs on AA's. And we might as well turn this one off too, just for the sake of not being blinded. So what you can do, taking whatever squeegee you have that's old, just laying around that you like. I like to use an orange crush or a Blue Max. And what I've done here, as you can see, I've taken the Blue Max and I've cut different size chunks out of it. Different sizes, different angles. So I'm thinking I'm going to use this one, but I'm going to take this one just in case. Get my morning coffee. All right. Grab our towels here. We're going to need our SOS pad, scrub pad, whatever you want to call it. I like to lay it down on a towel. I like to lay all my squeegees and stuff down on a towel. Especially if you have a vehicle that's got dog hair and stuff in it. You don't need to pick that up with your squeegees and then have it on your glass, and it's just one more thing that you've got to battle as far as contamination goes. So now, these can be tricky. These can be really tricky as far as contamination goes, because, you know, there's not a whole lot of surface area here. But, man, they can be kind of difficult to get clean. You know, you can't get your hand in there very well. So here's the secret. I'm gonna wipe down not only the glass, I'm gonna wipe down the area around it. So we're gonna wipe down the glass, wipe down this plastic trim. Now come back. Now I'm gonna do it again with the other side of the towel. Now here's where Blue Max. Let's see, can we even get our big one in there? I mean, not really. Not really at all, but let's see. So you could even take this one, this Blue Max, and cut it down if you want. Cut it down even further. But, you know, whatever squeegee you want to use. I'm just trying to push the dust and dirt and all that stuff off to the side. Anything that might have got left behind by my towel. And here's the thing. You may want to do it more than once. Okay, so I got a turbo. And you could do the same thing with one of these too. You could cut this down into a smaller size and make that work for you. So I'm going to use a little more water than I normally would on a, you know, larger style window, just because I can't get in there super well to clean it. Now, the biggest thing is try not to touch the adhesive at all. And when I try to stick my hand in here, I'm just gonna kinda do one of these. Touch just a little bit at the top. Shouldn't be the end of the world. Now this will be the frustrating part, because you gotta try to hold it while you're trying to squeegee your film out. So we'll just go ahead and start with the orange crush. See how I moved it like quite a bit? So now I'm just gonna kind of move it back. This is where, like, if you have a quarter window that has a relatively large border, you're gonna have a much easier time. These ones are small, they're in an awkward space. It's difficult to get your hands in there. So you can see I got a light gap, so I need to kind of fine tune it. Now the good thing is it's starting to tack up. So I can get a little bit more aggressive with it, but not a whole lot. You see I got a slight little gap right there, so let's see if we can't. Boom. Now come in, push our edges out with the Blue Max. I'm not saying this is the only way to do this window, but it works for me. I probably should take one of these and cut it down a little bit smaller, just to have something in between a little sliver and a full size. But I don't want to cut up my turbo. That's the only one I have right now. These little squeegees, man, they tend to get wrapped up in towels or knocked into in between seats and stuff like that. They go for a ride and then you never see them again, so. So let's look at that. As you can see, no dust. We still got some moisture in there. Might push it out one more time, especially around these edges on the dot matrix. The important thing is we don't have a bunch of dust and crap in there. So, let's go ahead and use this Blue Max, this bigger piece. See if we just can't push out around those edges a little bit better. Sometimes, man, you will need multiple squeegees just to do one window. It's what makes tinting kind of crazy, kind of a headache, honestly, because you might be able to do 99% of a car with just 2 squeegees, you know, some kind of a corner tool and some kind of an actual squeegee. But then you might run into one car, one window, or whatever, that's not gonna work. And I just hope that the video turns out halfway decent, because I can't see what you're seeing and you're kind of mounted on my head. So, you know, I think I'm getting you a decent angle, but boom, there you guys go. Like I said on the last video, I'm not worried about my streaks or anything. Normally, I would not wipe this car down because, as you can see, it's got road salt and dirt and stuff. So it really needs to be properly washed. It sucks, it looks terrible, but I'm not gonna wipe this down. Anywho, that's how you do the little quarter windows, port windows, whatever you wanna call them. Those little annoying windows on a 2022 Honda Civic Sport Touring. However, this will apply to a bunch of different versions of Hondas, even some Toyotas, all that stuff. Custom squeegees. Take your old one if you're done with it, whatever. Cut yourself some little squeegees, custom made tools. I have seen people also take a bulldozer and cut sections, sections out of a bulldozer so that they can get in there. This is going to be kind of, flexible, especially once you cut some of it out. Don't be afraid to make your own tools, guys. That's all I got for now. Thanks for watching.